Morning van lifers. So this is a video that obviously I never intended or never thought I would be doing, but here we go. So on what day is it today? It's Saturday. On Thursday morning we got up normally, did our normal routine, went shopping, went into town, got a bit of shopping, came back, and we came back to this car park, which is near a beach. It wasn't as busy as this. There's quite a few campers here today. It was the weekend, but there was maybe 2 or 3. So we came back and we parked up. We were about 3 or 4 spots away from another camper, and they were in their truck as well. But the mistake we made is we parked the truck on an angle where this window and this door couldn't be seen from the main road. So, you know, hands up, we didn't help ourselves. So the first thing they tried to do, they tried to break into this door here. So they screwdrivered or rammed a key in there and managed to open this lock. But in preparation for a said break-in, I already had a ratchet strap connected up holding on the 3 door handles, and it really worked because it stopped them getting in. They couldn't get in, and they must have really tried. But I'd tried it myself, so you know, I'd unlocked the door and tried pulling the door, and you know, to be fair, the ratchet strap, it worked. But then they got our Achilles heel, and I didn't even realise it really, how easy it was for them. They went through the window. So they jimmied, they got underneath here, snapped 2 of those, and managed, I would assume, managed to get their hand up in and undo the other 2. And then once they had the door open, or the window open, they Stanley knifed the blind, and then ripped out the last bit of it and just threw it on, and they were in. And that's where the fun begins. So once they were in, morning, bonjour. Once they were in, so initially they ransacked they opened up all the drawers. They had stuff everywhere, but what they did manage to do was find the safe. And the safe was in here, and this is what happened to the safe. They smashed the fuck out of it, and they did. Well, they opened it. So once they'd done that, and there must have been something about these thieves, because to be fair to them, that's the only bit of fairness they had, is they left our passports. But inside the safe was all the credit cards, our cash, driving licenses, which they took, and it was all in the safe and it's gone. Then this does lock, but unfortunately it's just a slide lock, and they were into the front. Once they were in the front, my cabinet which was locked up, padlocked up, they cut the padlocks off. They were into there. I had 2 Milwaukee boxes with my drills, and one with just its and bits in it, really. But all I'm told, there's probably 1,500 quid of tools in there, which is gone. I mean, the only positive out of it, they're all pretty old. They certainly weren't new. The batteries were starting to wear out, so you know, at some point they would have had to be replaced, but they're going to need to be replaced now. So we came. So what happened to us, we went down the beach after going shopping. We went down the beach about 11:30, And whilst we were down the beach, there's lots of people selling stuff, and Gizzy saw a couple of dresses, not for very much money, and so she said, oh, I'm just going to pop back to the truck, and it probably saved us really, because I'll explain why. When she came back to the truck, she found the devastation. She saw we'd been broken into, and then she obviously phoned me. I came back, but we realised that we had to put a stop on all our cards and debit cards and everything else. And as we're actually doing that, and this we're talking about within half an hour, someone about 23 minutes away started using our cards. They were going into shops and just trying to do small stuff, 23 euros, 5 euros, 10 euros, bits and pieces like that. And we're slowly going through the cards and putting for freeze on them, and we've managed to freeze them all. So, but all told, there was like 30 transactions went through. Some were stopped, some went through, but luckily, in fairness to, I think the majority of them, the credit card company has frozen them. The payments didn't go through, and I think most of them, to the best of my knowledge at the moment, didn't go through. So, but to anything else, it proves that they were professional thieves. This is what they do for a living. These weren't amateurs. They knew what they were doing. They came in tooled up, and they fucking robbed us. Shit happens. Anyway, so once we'd done all the cars and sorted all that out, we went to the police station, because the bank said we needed to. We weren't going to, because I mean, what's the point? It's a bit like at home, isn't it? You know, you can report it, but nothing's going to come of it. But anyway, we went to the police station, and in fairness to the Italian police, they were quite nice, they were quite understanding, but there was very little that they said they could do, and the chances of finding any of our stuff or catching the criminals is next to nothing. And you kind of, yeah, you understand that's just going to happen. So, and I said, well, why don't you set up a sting, you know, down here? And he said, we just haven't got the money. So they're probably in the same position as the UK law, you know, there just isn't money available to do that sort of thing anymore. So we're never going to see that stuff. Both of us, yeah, fucking hell, it was hard. I mean, we lost quite a sizable lump of cash as well. I'm not going to go into figures, but it was a bit. And we lost the tools, so, you know, yeah. But why do people do this? You know, how? This is what the things that go through your head. I mean, we didn't, yesterday, we just felt like we were being beaten up, you know. We were driving around trying to sort out some cash, because we've got no cash, and we got no way of getting cash because all our cars are frozen. So we met a lovely German guy who gave us 50 euros, you know, on the basis that we send it, and obviously we're going to send him his 50 euros back. He's given us a bank account, so we've got a little bit of cash. We're trying to get a transaction through Western Union at the moment, but that's delayed for some reason. But we're going to be all right. We have got Gizzy's phone, which has still got Air Pay on it, whatever it is. So we can get hold of fuel and food, and we're going to survive, and we're going to carry on. Yes, it's a fucking kick in the arse, and yes, it's not nice. And yeah, I feel abused, but shit happens, you know, it's life, isn't it? And we've had an amazing 6 months. We've travelled to some countries and seen some stuff that, you know, you don't see on your 2-week package holiday. We've actually, and I can't say, all the Italians we've met have been absolutely lovely, you know, really friendly. You know, it's always that small minority of just who don't give a fuck, you know, who just rob you. But where do they, this is what keeps you up at night. The other thing that keeps you up at night is, oh, if we'd have done this, if we'd have done that, if we would parked differently, if we'd have moved on, if we hadn't stayed 2 days. We'd been here 3 days, see, and we fell prey to the thing that, you know, we felt safe, we felt alright, you know. Gizzy has spent a whole holiday taking her bag with her, and for once she left the bag in it and the fucking bag's gone. So there you go, shit happens. Anyway, enough of my fucking moping and groping. So we're going to carry on. We're not going to stop travelling. We're going to make our way down to Athens. Our daughter's flying back from Australia, and we get to see our little girl. We'll meet her in Athens for a few days, and that's fantastic. And I'm sure the rest of Italy will be fantastic. I'm not worried about anyone breaking in again, because there's fuck all left to nick. So, and what we have got, we're obviously going to carry around on us from now on. And one lesson that has been, we should have learned, and we read in other places, but we didn't take any notice, stupidly, was that someone had written, you know, when you're near Italian beaches, one of you go for a swim, and then the other stays in the van, because that's what you need for your security. And we thought we were right, but we were wrong. Anyway, next week will be a normal posting of we were in Rome for a day, and we had a fantastic time, and what an amazing city. Yeah, we had a really super day, so we were buzzing when we came here. But not anymore. But there you go, we move on, no drama.